For those of you that have been following my page, I'm sure you remember this predictive model with Excel that we did at a point. Which also having this aspect. Well, now we have a new development. So the new development is we have a new website. So this is able to give you all the home matches we have, and then the stats, the recommendation, the league, the date and time, the teams that are playing against each other, what's the probability of the home win, draw, or away to win. So basically, is what this website is for. Disclaimer: I'm not supporting gambling. I'm just developing a model that should see how you can use predictive model for soccer, and maybe one of these will do for NBA. So now I'll be sharing the code to my repo, so you can just duplicate it, and if you are good with Python, you can run it on your side. So basically, I'll just be showing you basically how it works. So this is how the code is. These are the scripts. This script basically is going to run all the whole file here to extract. This one is just to extract all the whole features of different leagues. This is to extract all the standing for each of those leagues. And this is to run, oh, talking of this first, before that, this is supposed to come in, it's supposed to come before this. So yes, this one is supposed to run all the mathematical calculation, correlation, and different attack calculation. And this is to run the simulation for the whole matches so that we can have our predictive model. So now if you look at my what they call it, if you look at my database, my local database here, you could see if you look at country, if you look at the futures here, you'll notice that it's empty. It's empty. So so it is empty. If you look at my standing, is empty. So the rest are also empty. Prediction is empty. So which is this is where our final prediction comes in. So it is empty. Okay, it is not empty yet. So okay, let me truncate it. So let me just remove it. It's not empty. I initially want it to be empty so that you could see basically how to walk around the model. So yeah, truncate. So this is just my local this thing, local server. So there's nothing in my local database. So if you go back to final, you should see that it's empty now. So you can see that it is empty. So now let's go run the script. So I'll start with for each script. Let's start with futures. So open my VS Studio. So I'll come to the futures. I'll run it. So I'm running it now. So if I come down, it's telling me that there are 46 files here. So so the first file, the first script there is running. So it's gonna be running all the whole script. And after after a script is done, you just wait for a specific number of seconds. So now it's running script two in that particular file. So when we come back to our database and okay, just refresh it, you will see that the data are already being populated inside. So you could see now that these data are being populated inside already. So we have to already. this is a particular league, and so this particular league ID will make me to know which league this particular this thing is. So these are the features. So it's just going to run. So it takes like approximately like 15 to, let me say, 15 to 20 minutes, because this particular script is actually scraping a website. It's scraping the website. It's not using API. So it's actually going to the website to scrape those data from it. So most time if it's through API, if you have the phone, you can just pay for the API. But just showing you other ways you can scrape the data. And again, the best time is always you always put like after a particular um scraping has been done, we just need at least some couple of minutes or seconds to just wait, and then so basically we are 7 out of 6. So this part to speed it up so that we can, what they call it, we can, it will not, the video will not be long. So at the same time, we are going to be, after this is done, ahead with what they call it, we're going to move with standing standing standing. We're going to be doing that. So after this is done, we don't want to run them simultaneously because we don't want to overload this site. So it has finished running. So because this particular script 6 out of 6, so that's why we are saying script completed. So if you now check back, looking at our database for the future, just refreshing it. So you can see all the features features that we have. So everything's total is 46. So that means there are some leagues that are not having features there, so we just keep that. So if we go back to the second one, which is this. That's this for standing. That's just the table position they are in for each of them. So we run it and also come down here. See, say we have 46 files, 46 leagues that we are looking at, and then starts. Okay. So it has starts is on inserting enrolled one. So now we'll fast forward again, and next time we just jump to the last distance. So let it run, then we continue. Also, I want to state, like if you see here, you can see there's a data frame with multiple index found at index 2. Sometimes, because when you are scraping the page, sometimes the table may not be in the first row. It may be in the third row. So that is basically what index is telling me about. Okay, it was not seen in the first row, right? It was in the second row. So some are like that, some can be in the third row, some can be in the fourth row. Because the script has to be dynamic so that it can actually, what do you call it, in case the table position changes, maybe they added a new kind of table to the when web page are scraping, it's able to know, okay, what I'm looking for is not here. So it's on the second, you check the second table, and then from there it's able to get what it's actually, if it sees what it's actually looking for, like the particular data is targeting, then it just move ahead. So let's continue for it to finish running. So we are done with the standing. So if you go back and check, we'll see that understanding we have data there. These data are much, that's why it's looking slowly like this. So you can see round 1. So this should be for Liga. So this for Liga 2, this for Liga 1 Bayern leads. So Ajax. So like that. So this is like over 41. So that means there are some leagues that maybe they're not having data for now. So now let's go back. Let's go back. So, now let's go back to calculating or the mathematical calculation. So before that, I want to show you this is average standing average at what I name it. You will see that it's going to be empty. Yeah, it's empty. We're going to populate all this, and it's fast. That's like the funniest thing. It's fast because now we already have the details. So basically, you just run it. So then it just when it kicks in, so it's done. And go back there and I reload it. Then you see that so this is everything. This is it. So now let's come to the main thing, which is the simulation, the final prediction, which is here. This is where we are going to be getting our results. This is where all our results are going to be. But so when we are running this particular script, I want to go to the script. There's two additional scripts that is here. One is going to calculating for the attacking and the defense position, and then this one will now calculate for the simulation. So so sometimes you have to check both of them to actually make sure that everything is working fine. But when you run the script, so we are going from here, we're going to know how many matches that we have in total and all. So I'm running the script. So it's saying that there are over 48 files there. So so this particular file first it first goes into what do you call it? It first goes into it first takes the standing, takes the sorry, takes all the whole missing from the standing for the futures. We already have calculation of the standing position and everything under the standing average. So you just add start adding comparing two teams together and try to get their data. So let me go back to here. Let me show you something. So if I click here now, XG starts, you will notice that there are some data that will be coming in. So these are data coming in. If you look at the timestamp, the times, what are the times? So these are data coming in. These are data. Look at it. So the time time is 16:33. So you can see 16:35, more 4:35, which is definitely 16. So that means these data are just coming in right now. So so from there, it's going to calculate for simulation. So that it's going to calculate for simulation. It's going to calculate for simulation. Then from simulation, after I calculate, so this simulation is not updated yet. So the last time this was updated was on the what did they call it? Was on the 2nd of this month. So it's not updated. So by the time this script has finished running, which is this script, the script is still going. So by the time it has finished, so it's that's one out of the time it has finished running, you'll see that the this one this one and the final prediction will be updated. So let's look at the script. Let's wait for the script to finish what do you call it. Right. I usually remember when I was using vagrants for this. before I started using WSL, if I just start running scripts like this, the system would the Python script would just be crashing. It was miserable days, but thank God for this. So if you look at it now under simulation, you will see 9 May 2005 and look at the timestamp. And look at the timestamp we have here 4:30. So this is it. So now if you look at final prediction, which we have in final prediction. So not final prediction. What okay now this is final prediction. So this how many matches we have? 313. It is 313 matches in total we have here. Like if we decide to go down, let me 100. I don't want to make our database crash. So if you look at it, so look at the number of games we have. So there are still more. So there are still more. So it's like 313. So this is it. So now after I've run the script on now, so they come to the what do they call it to the let's redo it. So we are able to see any game today. So this game for today. These are people playing this. So you can check if we are kind of these are people playing Liga 41 from numbers to win. Then there is a home win or draw. So yeah, I give numbers to win also. So this is okay. Let's try to see. Let me pick England. Let me see. Do we have okay, we don't have anything tomorrow. Okay, so we have for tomorrow. These are the games we have for tomorrow. We have Everton. So Everton is going to beat this. They are too close. So either I choose draw or anybody win. Draw is very variable. So Salah saying this is wrong. This is wrong. I don't know why he's saying that. Maybe because I don't know why Southampton beat Man City. But come on. So this is it. So you can get this on my Gits. You can send me a comment if you want the code so that you can have it and then you can modify it the way you want. You can send me comments. You can email me. You have access to my email. You can just DM me and I'll send it to you, just like the way people normally DM me for Excel version, which is so it's just similar to what is happening here. It's basically similar to what is happening here. We run the yes correlation, use the intercept, create the simulation, and so all this stuff we are seeing in Excel, all this stuff is basically what we will transform into this and then into the code, develop the code for it. The code is much. Develop the code for it and then which gave us this. The beauty of this one is the fact that under this one that you have to be having different standing table for each of the leagues. This has already dealt with that. The code here has already fixed that of getting all the whole leagues. So anyway, have a wonderful day. Till we meet again.